Welcome, Fiona. Welcome back. Just going to recap on a few things that we touched on last week when you came in. You mentioned a number of issues that you had, but today I'm just going to focus on one or two of those issues.
Okay.
Before we begin, I'm just going to go through, you know how we talked about confidentiality last week, that anything that we talk about today, with the exception of risk to yourself or risk to other people, harm to other people, stays within this room?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Blacktown Family Support Services, we deal mostly with counselling, but what we do deal with is if we have need of other services, we will refer you to those services and give you some support with that as well. So, the main issue that we talked about last week was the issue of safety. You're concerned about your safety with your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, he hits me.
Yeah. Now, let's explore that a little bit. Thinking back to 5 months ago when you started out with your boyfriend, and it's Simon, isn't it?
Yes. He was really hot, and he made me feel really good. And I really wanted to be with him. I thought he was Mr. Right.
Well, thinking about how he made you feel, on a scale of 1 to 10 being 1 the lowest and 10 the highest, how do you feel that your relationship was with him?
In the beginning, I would have put it at like an 8. There for the first couple of months, it was definitely an 8.
So let's look at that 8. What did it look like? How did he react? Was he violent at any time with you?
Not in the beginning, no. I mean, he invited me to move in with him. He had a really nice place. He had a really big TV. We went out to dinner lots. He really spoilt me and looked after me.
Okay, and when did the violence or aggression start to come into it?
I'd say around about 3 months after I met him, and it was when I was living with him, within a month of me living with him. And it wasn't so much violence, he was really controlling, and he started to sort of put me down when he found out about the fact that I'd done drugs before.
Right. And how did you react to that?
I didn't like it. I'd argue with him and yell and scream at him. And then we'd have sex, and it sort of made it better, but it just became a pattern that I didn't like.
Okay. Now, thinking about the violence, if you were to see yourself, say, another 5 months down the track from now, do you think that you are going to be still by yourself, or do you have it? What are your feelings towards your ex at the moment? Do you feel that you've finished totally with him, or what do you want to do with that relationship?
I still sort of love him, but I don't want to be with him when he hits me and puts me down and makes me feel so bad. I sort of feel that I maybe should stay in contact with him because I'm pregnant, but I mean, when I think about the picture in 5 months' time, I want to be over him, but I'm not quite at the moment.
So, thinking back to the safety part of this, and your relationship, the violence, was it only once?
No.
It happened more than once.
He's hit me before. He's bashed me up when I started using the drugs again.
Okay.
But I was using the drugs to make myself feel better. I was like an escape from him. So, I mean, I don't feel safe. I don't want to go back to him. I don't feel safe with him.
So, now that you're not with him and you're in the refuge here, how do you feel, safety-wise? Do you feel more comfortable now, or?
I feel a lot safer. well, it's not that comfortable living in a refuge. It's not a comfortable place to be.
Okay.
But, and I really, I feel safer in the refuge. I don't want to go back, but I don't have a way to find a place or
Okay.
without him.
Looking back at what we discussed last week, you mentioned you have an Auntie Mary that you've been pretty close to in the past.
Yes.
If we think about the future and your future, about your safety and where you're going to be, where you're going to stay after you've come out of the refuge here, we need to start exploring a few options. Now, you mentioned that you have a strong bond with your Auntie Mary.
Yes.
Is your Auntie Mary the type of person that can be relied on?
Yes. Yeah. She.
Has she been a strong supporter for you in the past?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
She's pretty cool for her.
And in your general social life, do you have other people that are very supportive and strong like that?
I lost a lot of friends when I was with Simon, and I had some good workmates. But when I lost my job, I sort of lost contact with them as well.
What about schoolmates?
Schoolmates.
Schoolmates that you used to go to school with? Do you have strong bonds with any of those?
Oh, no, I left school when I was 16. I left school early, so I don't really. I haven't kept in contact with them. Yeah, I sort of feel I don't have a lot of people to turn to, but I do have Auntie Mary.
What about your mother and father? Do you get on with them at all? I see that you're pretty much estranged from them.
No, I don't, because of the drug use. They've sort of tried to help me with the drug use, and it has worked sometimes. It did work the first rehab program, but I don't think that they want me back at the moment.
Okay. Now, thinking into the future, if you went to bed tonight and you went to sleep and you woke up this morning and everything was fine and you were about 5 months into the future, I want you to just imagine what that future would look like for you. Where would you be? Where would you want to be?
I'd want to be somewhere safe, in a house, probably by myself with this baby.
Okay.
I can't see Simon in the picture.
Okay. So, I guess what we need to look at now is how we're going to get you into that picture. So, a number of things that we may need to look into is inquiring with Centrelink with regard to your payments that you're getting.
Yeah.
To see that you're getting the right payments, to see that you may get a bonus when the baby's born.
Yeah.
All of those different payments that come in kick in when the baby's born.
Yeah.
We can have a talk to Housing New South Wales and see if we can support you with a bond.
Yeah.
Some of these issues might be the things that you could be starting to think about.
Yeah.
And we can put those things into that train of thought into practice.
Yeah.
In the short term, thinking back to your Auntie Mary now, do you think that it would be a possibility that you could get some support or stay with your Auntie Mary for a little while whilst you're looking for a house?
I could give her a call. I'm feeling a bit ashamed about things, but
then Auntie Mary's always been supportive of you, hasn't she?
Yeah, so I'm thinking I could give her a call and see what she says and ask her.
Now, just imagine yourself staying with your Auntie Mary's for a while, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not secure and 10 being secure, how secure do you think you would be staying at your Auntie Mary's?
I'd feel really safe being at Auntie Mary's. It'd be like a 9 out of 10 for feeling safe and knowing that.
I'm getting the feeling that Auntie Mary's a very supportive aunt.
Yes, she is.
Really strong aunt, is she?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you were to move into accommodation, say private accommodation with some rental assistance, do you think that you might want to live around that area where your Auntie Mary is so you can get some support?
That would be a good idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I know that she likes kids and yeah, she's raised 5 kids, so she knows a lot about kids.
Okay, so time's running short. What we'll do today is, once we've finished this session, we'll make an appointment with Centrelink for you. We will also make an appointment to see Housing New South Wales
Yeah.
to get that ball rolling, so to speak.
Yeah.
Perhaps you might like to go and make a phone call to Auntie Mary and have a conversation with her around what she can do in supporting you for short term.
Yeah.
And what I'd like to do is make an appointment for you for next week. Come in and we'll talk around some of the issues revolving around the pregnancy and what support structures we can put in with regard to your heroin use.
Yeah.
And because I think that's an issue that's weighing on your mind.
Yeah, it is.
But we need to actually address this main issue first of your safety and get some accommodation supports in place. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that would be good.
Great. Well, thanks for coming in today, Mary. We'll go and make these phone calls.
Thank you.